Welcome back to the podcast called Tell the World. I'm your host, Ota. I hope you guys are having a blessed evening, blessed day, wherever you're at on the globe. Good morning, good afternoon, or hell, good night. How is everybody doing? I know everybody asking, where have I been? Where have I been? I have been up under a rock. A freaking rock. Do you see all the shit that's going on every day in this world? Is that a point where you just want to go run and hide? Unplug everything. Unplug all your devices. Unplug your television. Unplug everything just to get away from everything. Right now, it's just freaking crazy. There's no way that you can't see what's going on in the world. That's crazy. You can't see what's happening and bringing the troops home, bringing some of the Americans home, bringing some of the Afghanis who help America fight this war, uh, aka traitors to their own countries. That's what you want to call it. It's their country. Things like that. Then we're back at this virus thing again. We're back at dealing with the unvaccinated people versus the people who are vaccinated. This shit is getting crazy, and for some reason, I don't know what to call this episode. I think I'll just call this podcast episode "Applying the Pressure." We'll just call it that. Apply the pressure, because that's what is where it's heading. We already knew how slowly everything was going on with this pandemic, and once they came up with a vaccination or vaccine, let me rephrase that, vaccine, we knew they had to have methods and ways to get them in our arms, because you can't speak about this on platforms anymore, like your Instagram and your Facebooks and your YouTubes, whatever social media you use. They're flagging you. They're putting you in jail. They're shutting your page down. They're doing everything they're gonna do to keep people from speaking on how they feel. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? You know, if you look at it this way here, back then, let's just say our grandparents. Let's go even further. Let's just say our parents, grandparents, and their parents. Conversations like this back then were different. So people, intellects and intelligence was different. I don't think it was too different. I think it was just based on their time, on what they saw going on and what they saw what was going to be happening. And some people use the Bible as a testament to say these are the in the days of what's happening. I'm pretty sure has been done many times, like these type of events that's happening right now. And then it just gets me to thinking, because I was listening to someone this week, and I think they were saying, oh, got it, Lupe Fiasco. I was checking him out on Instagram. He had made some comments about how people think amongst themselves in what they believe in versus the expert who went to school, who studied the science, who knows the science, who knows how this virus works and how it moves through the body from one person to the next, and how aggressive it can get. And so his words were saying that, could it be that our community, which is our little gathering, only knows what we know in that community versus we don't go outside of ourselves to go learn and upgrade more to what we think we know? Like, should we be knowing more than what we know? Should we add more into our lives about knowing? dealing with a situation. Like, how are you handling that situation you're dealing with? And is it, are you solving that situation? Like, how much do you know about what you're going through versus how to solve it? Are you solving it? Are your days better? Are your days worse? And so I was listening to him and I started thinking, now this could be brainwash. He could be brainwashing me against what I believe in, against what a lot of people believe in. You know, some people don't believe in this shot versus now the kids are getting sick now. They call it the COVID or they calling it the Delta. Which one is it? They say COVID-19 and then they say a little mixed with Delta. Is it both? Is it mixed together? What is it? Because there was a time you guys said that the kids couldn't get sick. Now the kids are getting sick. Are they getting sick because of the Delta? And now we got the new one that's out, the MU. It's like all of these things are happening so fast, aggressively, to get these shots in your arms. Time's running out. Let's go back a little bit. They already knew that this virus was going to be mutating. They said this last year. They had more information on it than what we didn't know. So better yet, they was giving us a heads up that this was going to be going for a long ass time. A long ass time. And the more people that hold back on not taking this shot or jab, we're just going to make more viruses out there and give them different names until we get enough of these people vaccinated. And this is where they're pushing it, applying the pressure now. So Biden tomorrow, he'll be making a big speech about mandating some of these companies to, get these people to take the shot, meaning that we already knew months and months ago that they were going to be targeting the jobs. Targeting your jobs, your livelihood. It's almost like with in the book of Revelation, they call it the mark of the beast. I know a lot of people say, oh my God, more conspiracy stuff. It's not conspiracy stuff. It's what the Bible speaks of. That a lot of people are not going to want to take this mark. Could it be that mark of the beast, the shot? Don't know. But we look at the events that's going on in the world. We got tornadoes and earthquakes and just a lot of shit going on. Chaos, more killing. It's just shit. The world is at a tipping point. It's at a tipping point. So now that Biden's speech tomorrow about how he's going to ramp up, getting more shots into people's arms now, they're going to target your job. He's tired of talking to you. So he's going to let your job, your livelihood talk to you. Your livelihood, your job is going to make you make a choice. That's what it's going to end up being. A lot of people probably going to be upset and be forced to do something that they don't feel good about. But I wonder, once everybody gets vaccinated, what would change, as in, okay, so we see how we must deal with these people now. We just have to add more pressure to them. Go for things that we can't really go for yet because they're going to know that we're going for something just to make them do something because they're not listening. It's basically what this is all about. So I think it's just going to get more crazier. I really believe it's just going to get more crazier. And then you got the people who are vaccinated, and they're going to be saying, well, you're a fool. You're walking around here. You're not vaccinated. You're putting yourself at risk, your kids at risk. You're putting my kids at risk. You're putting my family, who's probably not vaccinated, at risk. So everybody's putting each other at risk. It's a hard decision to make. And some people will be like, well, what's so hard about it? Well, once again, we have to look at it in so many ways. So my way of thinking, could it possibly be that I'm thinking in a old way of thinking, meaning that I don't trust the government? And am I thinking like everybody else, like they're trying to get us, they're trying to program us? What could all this be? It's just a shot. It's supposed to protect you. I mean, I got shots when I came into the world. They vaccinated me from chicken pox and the measles and the mumps, meningitis. I got all these shots and tetanus shots and stuff. So, I mean, what's the big deal? It's just a shot. I get a teenager, and then all of a sudden I get, within my 20s, I'm taking flu shots. And, I mean, what's the big deal? They're just shots. I mean, come on. They're just shots. So, what's so different about this shot? That's how my mind started thinking. So, I went from my old way of thinking and I remixed it with bringing in other conversations so I can just try to figure this out. Like the decision to make what's best for me, what's going on in my body, basically. I mean, when is this going to stop where um, we all have a life? Because now they're really applying the pressure. They're going to be getting to the point now where you can't fly without showing proof. And they can scan your card saying that, okay, you're legit. Your shot card says that you have taken the shot. You're good. So if they're going to do this towards planes and towards getting on a train or a bus, who's to say they're going to be doing checkpoints when you're going to other towns and cities? It's like a fucking movie. It's like a fucking movie they're doing to us. Crazy as it sounds. But that's what it seems like it is, a movie. Then I questioned the faith. Where is God involved in all of this? Because it just seems like it's all man. No one even spoke about God. They question your faith, but they never asked what would God do about it. Some would say that this is a plague from God. We have been very disobedient on this planet, and we have done a lot of horrible things. And things are changing now. We're living in a different time now. Things are changing. So, can we all adapt to changes? As you can see, we can't. If you go outside every day, you can see the behaviors of people. And then you can see how last year the pandemic had everybody locked in versus this year here. You can just see a lot of crazy shit going on. So, question is the shot something we need to do? Are people dying? Because a lot of people are dying. I've never seen so much death in my life. A lot of people are dying. Another question in my mind that I keep adding into my old self of thinking versus trying to just update new information. I understand how the virus works. I did some research. I did some reading. I did some understanding on how viruses work and why we need to maybe have shots. Versus also I read things about just totally being healthy. But you let the scientists say right now, it don't matter if you're healthy. Don't matter. Wow. I don't have a choice but to take the shot. You can run, you can jog, you can do whatever you want to do. Don't matter. It's like, where's my choices? Which scares me, like, you're giving me no choice but to take it. That's my only option? So I look at things like that. I look at, where's God in this? Because man is telling me what I need to do, what is best for me, best for us. Right now, we're all in the same boat. And unfortunately, we have lost loved ones. We have heard people from friends who have had loved ones that have passed away from this Delta and this COVID. I myself and my family have had some death. I myself and his family have um, caught the COVID and has been sick, and I'm fortunate to be alive too, versus some of my other relatives, because it's real. So, is it that we need to, do we need to educate ourselves a little bit more? No disrespect. No one's stupid. No one's dumb. I'm not gonna do like a done lemon how he talks about how stupidity or how stupid we are for not taking it, and how selfish we are. I'm not speaking down on nobody, no races. But do we need to read more, study more about things versus people just telling us what's best for us? And do we need to expand a lot more with ourselves? That's all I'm saying. So we can make the right decision. Because right now, we got to make the same decision. My mom and dad, they are both vaccinated, but now there's a booster shot that they want to give them. So it's like, wow, how bad is this? It's bad. You know, every time I stepped outside, I was constantly getting the sniffles or getting sick. And my body will recoup, get better. I've been, doing things to keep my immune system built, but it just seems like something's out there just really attacking the immune system. Like your body doesn't get a break. The question should be is, how did this virus get out here? China doesn't want to talk about it. They're done talking. Should we be trying to figure out, if it came from over there, how do we stop it from happening again? No one's talking about it. No one's talking about that. Right now, I guess what's important is that we have to save people, so people have to take the shot. I am against vaccinations. I don't believe in them. I believe in my own body. I believe in my spiritual self and my connection with my God, that He knows what's best for me. That's how I feel about it. Um, this podcast is not to promote myself telling you what to do, but to make the best decision for you, yourself, your families, and anyone that you care about. I'm not paid to say this. That's not on my. I'm on my budget, so that can't be so. So just, just, just study a little bit more and understand. Um, don't look at the don't look at the new Delta right now, and don't look at this MU. Just look at go read on the COVID and read on viruses and basically, yeah, no, read on the COVID. The COVID, get the information on that. I believe it was 1917 when that was out, and how bad it was, and how it killed millions of people and stuff. So, I mean, it's actually a true story. But as I was reading that, I don't want to give it all the information. I was reading stuff on like poor diets, all the way around, poor diets and stuff. So back then it was a little different versus now. It doesn't seem too different because the only difference is that you just got these new viruses that they keep saying that's coming, that's coming, that's coming. Like, wow. So we got one, we got two, now we got three. So you mean tell me four more is coming? I believe I heard that there were going to be seven. Can you believe that? It's already three viruses already. Is it possible that we could get more? I don't know. Just shit just seems just like it's at the end, because as long as this virus is out, it's gonna keep killing people. It's just gonna keep killing people. We've seen the floods off in New Jersey and through parts of New York, and I never in my lifetime thought that they would ever get, any type of weather coming through there that would cause a flood. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got a big ass ocean right there, so I would be thinking a typhoon would cause that, but they really had a lot of rain pushed through there versus I believe they sewer drains had just flooded and just caused a lot of problems, and the people of the state of New York couldn't believe it. I really believe I really believe this. And we look at Louisiana and parts of New Orleans and stuff that a lot of people are going to be moving out cities that they hate to move out of and try to move in places that they're going to feel like is safe. It just seems like they're somebody or something is pushing these people out these cities and they're going to be pushing through other cities where they just feel like it's safe. I mean, you rebuild and the same thing happen again, it really beats you up and it exhausts your savings and what you work hard for. You know, getting it back is different, but keep getting the same stuff back over again and rebuilding, it really mentally drains you and just brings you down. So prayers to all those people out there who are dealing with any type of bad weather, rain, hurricanes, whatever you want to call it. Prayers to everybody. I have family through Mississippi, so they got a little bit of rain and high winds and stuff. So it's just crazy right now, and so the pattern is gonna get worse with the rain, and the pattern is gonna get worse with how our weather pattern is gonna be. I mean, it's just gonna get bad. It's not gonna get better. They are saying that we're dealing with global warming. Is global warming that bad? Is it that serious? It's like a freaking movie. Everything is like a movie. Like the movies we have watched off the Netflix of these bad storms taking over. So, I wonder what the winter's going to be like. Should we prepare? Prepare, people. Prepare. Once again, we saw what happened in Texas. You're probably going to want to stock up on water. You probably want to invest into a generator. You probably want to invest into buying more canned goods so you can get through that winter season. Because through all these cities, for the winter times, places that where it's snow like up north, prepare. You can't take no chances. It's gonna take some months for them to get power on down there in New Orleans. They're trying, but that's gonna take a little bit of time. So let's just prep ourselves, and let's not just get caught with our pants hanging down, and it don't look like we're in shock. We can blame men, but accountability is for ourselves because we can't depend on them. We really can't depend on them. Depressing shit, very depressing. But these are the times that we're living in. We are really living in these times. So my birthday was last month, and yes, I'm a Leo, and I am blessed to be here. I'm alive once again. I see another day of my born day, and I don't feel the age. I ain't gonna tell you my age, or some of the people may already know my age, but I don't feel my age. I still feel like I'm 16. A couple aches and back pains, but that's not from age. That could be just from car accidents. People hit me from the back. Horrible, just horrible. But I'm blessed to, to have another birthday, and today I'm celebrating my youngest sister's her birthday and my niece's birthday. Like Jesus, two birthdays on the same day, and I believe my middle sister's her birthday's on the same day of my nephew. What's the odds? A lot of birthdays. Spend time with the people that you love. Stick beside them through the hard times. Stick beside them through the terrible times. Don't turn your back on them. And just do your best. You guys hang in there. It could be worse, but if you guys can come to a common ground of just understanding each other, and compromise, things work it out. Things can work itself out. And then later on, you see, like, hey, if we could do it that way, we could do it this way. Make life a lot simpler for each other. Anything, girlfriend, boyfriend, uh, gay, lesbians, whatever it is, we all equal. We're all a people. So stay strong, Don't give up on each other, and just get through it all. Cause these are the times where we really need each other. We need each other real bad. But I question, man. I really question on this planet Earth. Man is doing a lot of talking, but they have not involved God in it. And that's the problem. We're getting spanked by God. We keep doing the things that we're doing. God's going to give us all a spanking. Meanwhile, keep doing your good deeds. Feed somebody. Don't talk about them. You help them. The worst thing you can do to another human being is talk about them. That's just a terrible thing. That's not what it's about. If you can help them, help them. Do your best, but don't talk about them. And if you felt like you've done everything you could do, that's good enough. So don't beat yourself up. Meanwhile, we got these kids that are getting sick and they're back in school. And I know this is crazy, but is that the place that they should be at in school? I mean, they're getting more sicker now. It's just, all this is just so twisted because they're blaming parents. But shouldn't we blame the schools? They're going into an atmosphere where people are going to be sick, whether they wear masks or not. I remember in 2020, they said that the virus was so bad that it could be on the bottom of your shoe. You could bring it in your house. Your dog can have it in his nostrils. That's how bad it was when this COVID came out. They made it seem like COVID was the worst thing on the planet. Oh my God. The way they bring it in and squeeze it on you and shit make you just stick in your brain. I really believe everything is done. I believe entertainment is done because everybody can't do the things that they want to do because everybody's at a risk. They don't have their shots. I believe America is really done. The old America is done. Because we're going to be getting a new America. The old America is done. 2019, I believe, was the last time we had freedom. I said freedom. Oh my God, that shit is crazy. But it's true. We all had freedom. We didn't have to worry about all this. We had our freedom to move around and do the things that we wanted to do. So I think that has ended. That was the last time. Meanwhile, guys, how are you guys out there doing? I hope you guys are doing good with yourselves. And I hope that that you could take the time out for yourself and just do a little bit more research about what's best for you. Upgrade your knowledge about things. It's okay to have the old knowledge, which is good, but be prepared for what's coming new so you can know what's best for you. I think I did a rhyme. I think that rhymed. I think I made a rap rhyme. But do that. And I'm going to get off of here, and I'm not sure when I'll be back on, but that's the best part of having your own show. You do it when you feel like it. I'm sorry. If you like this podcast, just hit the subscribe button and follow. If not, that is cool too. It's all love. It's all gratitude. It's all respect. You guys take care of yourselves. And that concludes the podcast called Tell the World.